Hello everyone! Welcome back for more Let's Play Breath of Fire! Now, I came back just in time to watch the world kind of go dark here. It is nighttime now, and in case you forgot, we tried to get in here during the day. Well, okay, now it's nighttime. Getting there. We tried to come in here during the day, and there were people on guard. However, at nighttime, you got this bum over here who is sound asleep. Don't interrupt him. That will not do you any good. But we can go over here and save. And then, because that guy will never turn around unless we go poke him, and there's no reason to go poke him, we're gonna come in here. Get one of the few hidden items we can find at this point in the game. Stamina potion, I believe. Or strength potion. I can't remember which one off the top of my head. But come over here. Notice that, yes, we have another guard who is just out freaking cold. We don't want to try to go in the door directly above us because I'm pretty sure we get spotted. And if we get spotted, we get thrown out of town and have to start all over again. So we are going to go this way. Because over here, get some money, get some more money. Notice no one's home, so no one's going to care. Good times for us. Now we need to be very careful as we walk through here. I believe as long as we walk between the columns, we don't get spotted. See? Works every time. Don't think there's anything in here I care about. No, there is not. And it doesn't reset anything out here when we do that. So if we go over here, just to be safe, we go all the way down there. So we're not actually spotted. And we got spotted. That's about how close you have. That's about how close you can get before you get spotted, and have to do all this again. It is a little bit funky with the detection boxes, considering we were literally behind him. But even if they're looking straight at you, it isn't enough to sometimes. It isn't enough for them to see you sometimes. See, I think it's just a matter of 1 square detection radius there. But we came up here because this weapon shop has a really good sword. Unfortunately, the sword is also prohibitively expensive. And it's not every game, unless you've just been really working on it, that you're going to have enough money to actually do much with this. So we can trade in the long sword. The bronze sword gets us another 315 gold. Which means we now have the best sword we're going to see for a little while. And a little bit of pocket change, but not much. Now what we want to do... There are a couple of herbs in the house north of where we just were. But it's not really worth trying to get them. So instead, we are going to come over here, and we are going to actually enter Nanai Castle. So, Metal Gear Solid part over with. The first floor of this castle is kind of uninteresting to say the least. They didn't even really decorate much. It'd been nice if you'd seen some furniture or something like that in most of this place, but no, so far we've seen basically a kitchen area. Bunch of hands, scorpions. Could those be dragons? I don't know. Here we go. We have a small little bedroom quarters there. Now let's get into this dungeon properly. There are a decent amount of treasures in here. A decent amount that we will definitely want to actually go get, because we want another level before we face the boss in here. We also want to be careful with those guys, because those glooms there will cast Thunderbolt on you in here, and Thunderbolt hurts a whole lot, and it's just extra damage that we really don't want to take if we don't gotta. And if I don't gotta, I don't gotta. I believe from these guys it does about 12, which it doesn't sound like a lot, but that builds up pretty quickly over time. These guys will smack us around a bit, but we should be able to beat them in short order. And with these guys and anything that is not a gloom or the boss, I will feel confident enough to go ahead and hit auto battle just to speed things along. With the glooms, rather not. Okay, you guys will poison me and I'll have to antidote after this. Just like that. Poison in the poison attack doesn't actually hurt, but it does sit there and make things annoying. Item. Note. Interface, still a little bit clunky. I have to admit that this is still a somewhat clunky interface. There are times you can definitely tell that this was Capcom's first real attempt at a JRPG, at least like this, because they did Sweet Home, but that was not a typical JRPG. That had survival horror elements and a bunch of trap rooms and such. I'll have to burn another antidote after this. Yep. And this is why I brought them. But we got level 9. Still aren't going to pull any, spells. Not for good old Ryu here. But a lot of menus to go back through. A whole lot of menus. It can be said that makes things a little annoying. I would not blame you for saying it, as I say it, because it is kind of annoying to go through that. It's annoying more often than it's not. We'll just say that. How about? Against one, I can go ahead and auto battle. And that was the first major floor. Here is the second major floor. Man, you know, Capcom really did get a lot of use out of the name Ryu. I mean, obviously there's this guy, but there's also, you know, the Street Fighter version of Ryu. I almost want to say another. I believe Strider here was theirs, and I think they also called him Ryu at some points. I could be wrong about that. I know it was Strider Hiryu, Hi Ryu, or something similar to that. But I think at least in America, the Strider they released on the NES was Ryu. I could be wrong. I mean, it's not far from Ryu either way, don't get me wrong. It's Ryu with a couple extra letters tacked on the front. But yeah, it seemed like Capcom really liked the name Ryu. Kept using it. Of course, I am just talking to fill kind of dead space because there's not a lot to say about this dungeon. It is a little bit more twisty than the dungeon we just finished over in Camlon. It is a little bit more twisty than that, but it's not really too extensively busy to try to figure out. Oh, good, you missed. Not that your physical attack is all that to worry about, but I mean, it's better than you trying to throw Thunderbolt on me. I'm not a fan of getting Thunderbolted. Shocking, I know. And there is the pun that someone will stab me for. Let's see. Yep, we are right at the end of this dungeon. For some reason I thought I auto-battled and was waiting for it to take off, but no, apparently did not. Oh well. Shoo! Welcome to the final floor of the dungeon. There's a boss sitting right there waiting for us. Sadly... nope, I don't have any of that. Sadly, there is no save point down here. Thankfully, this boss is not hard, but he can be a little tedious. He is just called Knight. And there are two things we're going to do in this fight. One, we are going to smack him with the sword. And two, anytime our hit points go below 20, we will take an herb. That is the entire strategy for this. Sooner, it probably won't be too long, but you will see why 20 hit points is my threshold for healing. Of course, if he wants to make this easy and not show me, I am all for him not doing the thing that makes me paranoid about getting under 20 hit points. Also, the fact that we are faster than he is means I don't have to anticipate it. It means I can wait till we actually get under 20 to throw an herb on myself. But we are going to slowly chip away at him as he takes pretty good chunks out of us. And I swear he will do the thing eventually. He will do more than just chop at us with a sword. He does have other things he does. And I don't mean the miss. The miss doesn't count. Are you trying to make a liar out of me? I mean, good job so far. Or does this lull me into false sense of security or something? I'm not falling for it. Okay, that's not what I was thinking of, but once you get him down a ways, he will start to use recover a couple of times. There we go, that's the other thing he does. He zaps you with a thunderbolt and takes 20 hit points off of you. In my test run, he did that every other turn. It was kind of exhausting. For some reason, this time he only did it the once. And there's another recover. Thunderbolt does not hit for more than 20. At least it has yet to hit for more than 20. This would be the one time it does. Except he didn't even try to use it. But if all he wants to do is chop at me with his sword and use the occasional recover, even though the occasional recover is his healing, if all he did was heal, he would get back to full. Unless I just started criticaling like nobody's business. But yeah, his healing outpaces my damage. Very easily outpaces my damage. If he chooses to use it, that is. I don't know if he has a set number of times he can recover. Also, do not risk it. Do not fall for this trap. Because the instant you get down below 20, he's guaranteed to thunderbolt you. That's just the rules. I don't make up the rules. Ah, here we go. He is now down to 0, which means he gets a last gasp. I don't think he's going to use recover anymore. He could make a fool out of me. But he's going to get a couple extra hits in. But that's it. He was an exceptionally easy version of himself that time. He only cast Thunderbolt one time. At least I only counted one. Maybe he got a second one in there, but he didn't really use it. He could have used it. He chose not to. Oh well. Let's take a look at this Quake machine, shall we? Yeah, sure, let's grab the key. Oh, I don't think this is good. This is a slight bit of a problem. Ah, I think that was a load-bearing key. But we hear a strange voice. Run while you can, for I am returning. Okay, and also, there's a grate there, meaning we can't leave. Luckily, we don't have to leave that way. And we have magic teleporter tile. We get to watch Nanai just get leveled to the ground. And one of the king's servants came out here and said, yep, we figured out what was going on. We were right. Now the king's waiting for us. Kind of. I mean, I didn't think pulling the key would do that, but, you know, What's done is done. Results show, huh? And now we are told that we need to travel east to Winland. A cave to another kingdom, huh? Fair enough. And we have now saved the kingdom. I mean, I am not arguing with you on that point. They've got some work to do to patch up the castle. Frog did a number on that castle. Yeah, you got some work to do. Anyone else? Nope, I think that's just about everyone. I got bad news about your hometown. But before we get into that, let's save. And then we will call this a good stopping spot. Because now we are out of essentially the intro to the game. And I'm pretty sure this is where the game is about to actually pick up, because it's about time to finally get new party members and such. But that will be for next time. So until then, take care everyone.